hurry up if you are into this type of experiences. And yeah, other than that, just stay curious and I don't know, follow the white rabbit to get into a rabbit hole. Hurry up.
Like you are just not just a space for people to come and visit you and stay there, but you really look for nurturing spaces or creating an experience where people can really connect. Like yourself, tell us a bit about you.
Anya, and I'm originally from St. Petersburg, from Russia, but I've been living in Spain for quite a while, 12 years, I think, already. So yeah, a big chunk of my life. And also for the past few years, I've been kind of semi-nomadic. So I've been working remotely, and that's how I discovered the world of co-livings, and that's where we met with Aleix. Um, so yeah, right now my main focus is on Wonder House as a project, and it's super exciting. We are still in the very early stage. We just opened 2 months ago, although it already feels like a long
Wow.
time more. A lot has happened in these 2 months. And yeah, that's briefly about me. And I can later talk more about how we met with Aleix and how this
I'm
project.
Aleix. I'm also one of the owners. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't know what to tell about me, especially because like I don't want to work. I don't want to talk about my past work life because like we are like one of the pillars in Wonder House is not to talk about work too much. But let's say that I used to work in tech in a big corporation, and at some point, um, it felt like everything was like very corporate, and life shouldn't be
Yeah.
about that. So at some point, I moved back to Spain. I'm originally from Spain. Um, and I focused my life on meeting people, being around people, and people in general. And I started living in Coliving. That was like almost 5 years ago now. Well, 4 years ago. And yeah, like since I discovered Coliving, like my life completely changed. Like being surrounded by people is like what I love. And yeah, and at some point, like we decided like we have to do this like for a living. So yeah, like but let's talk about this later.
No, I love it. And actually, that's my next question. That's what I was going to ask. Like, okay, so you met, you were sharing a conversation, and how did suddenly the idea of starting a co-living, how did that
So
happen?
it was
Emily.
definitely not an overnight decision, and it took us a while to come to this. But what I find really curious is that so we met for the first time. I mean, me and Fidel were a couple since a long time, but we met Aleix for the first time in a co-living, and it was actually kind of a brief encounter. So as we were staying there just for 3 weeks, but somehow, yeah, we just instantly connected over I don't know, over some common interests or like just the love for the bizarre and fun experiences. At that co-living, we were doing a lot of theme dinners and with very unusual themes. So I think we kind of spotted each other. And yeah, since then we went to many different co-livings together. And I think after maybe a couple of years to go into co-livings, we were like, okay, we need to start our own because in many places we were going to, like most of them were a lot of fun and very different to each other, but we were still missing something. And yeah, I think like slowly but surely we reached an idea that okay, we need to start our own just because we want to do so many things together, and so many fun things together, and we need our own space to be able to make it come true.
I love it. And it's true, like each co-living is like different, have a different vibe, right? Like it has different ingredients, let's say. So how, let's tell everyone, how would you describe Wonder House Co-Living? What's that special or magic ingredient that makes Wonder House Co-Living unique?
Wouldn't say that's like completely different to any other co-living. Like we have like what you usually find in a co-living. Like we have a community that it's usually working during the day, and we chill, we hike. Like we do everything that you usually do in a co-living. But as Anya mentioned before, we wanted like there was still something that we never found on co-livings that we wanted to have. And I would say that it's mainly games. Like we
Mhm.
play a lot. Like
Yeah, I love that.
we're always playing. Like for instance, like and I don't mean just like board games because like a lot of colleges do that as well. Like it's more like for instance, like we have a theme every week, and that kind of like leads the activities of the week. It leads the conversations. It leads like your mind a little bit. And like, for instance, like this week is Italian week. That is kind of like a very normal theme, like considering like the past themes. Uh, but it's really cool because like we've been playing like Italian music all day. Like people are saying buongiorno in the morning. I've been thinking about like shaving and just like keeping my mustache, like, you know, in a very Italian way. And I will do it before the weekends. Um, and every like in the Friday of the week, um, we do like a special event, sort of like an activity that goes with the theme. It's kind of like a party or something that is like, you know, something that makes sense with the team, with the theme. Um, I don't know. Like in general, I would say that like the main difference is that we play a lot. We're always playing with everything we can, and we are trying to make everything very fun instead of focusing on work or completely chilling and being in nature. You are chilling and you are in nature and you work, but that shouldn't be your main focus. And at least in our opinion, the main focus in life should be playing because that's where you feel safe and where you have fun and where you are truly
Yes.
happy, sort of. So yeah, I would say so.
I think it's super important what you said. Like, I don't know in what part of life we stop playing. I don't know why.
Right?
Like growing up is like a synonym of, okay, don't play. I don't know why. And it's like very important for a lot of things, not only to bond with others, but creativity, to relax, to, be more outgoing. I don't know. Like, it's very important. And I've been following your Instagram account and all your posts and stories, and I think the kind of experiences or games that you prepare are very not just fun, but like invite people to be themselves, right? Like to show up as they
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
And I think that's very unique, and I love it. I really want to have the experience too. And also, I'm just going to say for everyone to know to go and check out your website and your Instagram account because you have this Alice in Wonderland vibe going on there that I also think it's so cool. Okay, now I'm going to ask because you just were talking a little about this balance, but it's also a very strong part of the experience on Wonder House Coliving, right? Like, um, so you just mentioned the games and that part, but what else? How for you, what is finding this balance between working? Because I'm thinking that a lot of people who look for co-living spaces still needs to work and do their thing, right? How do you find this balance? Because I also assume that people have different time zones even when they are working remotely, right? How do you make these connections happen or this balance happen or help them to find this balance?
So yeah, I think that the main thing, like um, how we add balance to people's life, is that we think that work is super important and it has like a lot of weight in people's life, right? Um, you spend like at least 8 hours of your day at work, and you spend like at least three more just thinking about something that you have to do in the office tomorrow, or you're just commuting. You know, like work has like most of your time, and that is pretty unbalanced. And there are several co-livings that we've been to where they also add some of that weight to your life. So they promote you talking about your job, or I don't know, like doing like a I don't know, like a workshop about something technical, or how to, I don't know, improve your personal branding, or I don't know, like these kind of stuff that are also work related. And we feel that work it's important, but it's not that important. At the end of the day, working is just a medium, like to be happy. Like
Yes,
you work,
I
you get
agree.
money, and with the money you do whatever makes you happy. And I think that in the way we got lost and we just focus on work. It's like work, 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 money, money, money. Uh, but once you work a lot and you already have the money, then you don't know what to do about it. And then I think that at the end, uh, you get old and you feel that you have wasted like most of your life just in the medium rather than in the goal. So that's why like our thing here is like, okay, you work because you have to work, right? Like everyone needs money, but let's not focus on that. Like when it's not working hours, let's do something else. Like whatever makes you happy. And in our opinion, I think that like the most important thing to make a human happy is human connection. So that's what we are trying to promote at all times. Like we are doing all the activities and all the games and everything we do um, is to help you connect with other people, because that, in our opinion, is what makes you happy, or at least like what makes us happy. So yeah, that's our way to balance things. It's like to try to put out some weight from work in your life and put some more weight in, human connection, games, playing, yeah, having fun. It's like as easy as having fun. Like one of other things that we don't do is like we're not like the kind of co-living where people goes to heal because they are having like a really bad time.
Yeah.
Of course, like you will heal, but you will heal because of you will have this balance, and you will you will play and you will find yourself a little, and then that will make you feel better. So yeah, like that's kind of like our rationale behind all this.
Yeah.
Like pretty much like work shouldn't be that important, and your life, having fun, and finding yourself should be like the most important thing. Human connection. Yeah.
It's a powerful invitation actually, and I think that in today's world that everyone is just connected and you can get away from the laptop or work, like it's very powerful
Yeah.
what you are creating there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the proposal. Okay, just two more questions, I promise. What or who are a great fit for Wonder House Coliving? What kind of people who are thinking, okay, I want to go to a co-living, who do you think are the perfect fit for Wonder House Co-living?
I don't think we ever like properly defined it, but already after a few months, I think there is like an emerging trend. I would say that people who really enjoyed this experience were mainly people who came with an open mind and open heart, and kind of joined this invitation to play, to be silly, to maybe forget a bit about like the serious mask we all put on in our day-to-day, especially in the work life, and just try new things with an open mind. So I would say that there are no real, like, I don't know, persona, like age is not important, gender is not important. Your hobbies, well, maybe you will enjoy some things more. Like if you like horror, you will enjoy this place because we really like horror and we like creating like scary escape games and stuff like this. But other than that, it's just the basic prerequisite is curiosity, and being open-minded and wanting to try new things and to connect deeply, because in the end everything we do is mainly just to connect with others and to find new friends, hopefully.
I love it. Just staying curious is key. And I think that you also, I'm going to add something about this persona that you were talking. I think it could be, I don't know, tell me people who are finding a space to express themselves. I like to open up and just express themselves freely without,
You haven't, I think so. The thing is also, like, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see that we love themed dinners, costume parties, karaoke nights. So we like self-expression is something very important for us. But I would also say that I think like if you focus just on self-expression, it may attract just like these very extroverted social people who like to be on stage. And for me, for example, I'm the opposite of that. I'm quite introverted, and I don't enjoy that much being the center of attention. But at the same time, I feel that all these experiences that we do kind of, well, force you a bit out of your comfort zone, but then you enjoy it a lot. And we've had many co-livers who were a bit shy at first, but then once they open up and they say, okay, I accept the invitation to be silly and to goof around, it's actually a lot of fun, and it's super nice to see them open up. So just a small I guess addition to that is like it's not just for extroverts, and it's not just for people who want to be the middle of performance or the middle of attention, but it's really for everyone. And if you accept this invitation and you try something out of the box, you might even like it a lot and find some new facet of yourself.
I love it. I love it. So just my last question before we end the conversation. Your story for me like super interesting. Like how you just met in a co-living and you just thought about this idea. So there are a lot of people trying to start something, maybe not a co-living, but another, another business, and are looking for that kind of connection to, okay, for a partner or someone to start a business or an idea with. Like, do you have like an advice? How do you think those kind of things happen? I go to a co-living and how can I just from your experience, how do you think those kind of connections happen?
Anya, you are me.
Okay. Yeah, well, first thing to say is that we are still in the very beginning of the journey. So I wouldn't say that like we have a lot of advice to give, but so far I think what we've learned to appreciate about like working with each other together is that the three of us are quite different. And sometimes it leads to some tensions maybe or some misunderstandings, but at the same time it's kind of like a superpower because of how different we are. Organically we kind of take on different sides of the project that each of us feels more comfortable with. So I think in the end it's a super nice thing to have, because like a co-living, I mean, I guess it also depends on like the scale and everything you have in mind, but in the end, even though it may not seem so, but it's quite a lot of work. So yeah, I'm super happy that we are three people and that we also complement each other really well. So yeah, I would say look for people who are different from you because it will help you get different perspective and help each other in a better way.
I love it. So just casual
Well, having the same
conversation.
values also, like don't go
Yeah.
for like completely different people, but like sharing the same values is super important. But like apart from the values, yes, like I think that like complementary people are the best.
I love it. Thank you, guys. And do you want to say anything else to people who are watching about the co-living, about any event, upcoming event maybe? Where are you located also?
We are located pretty close to Barcelona, well, 1 hour away from the city. And it's a super beautiful area. It's a natural park called Montseny, so very green, lots of hikes. Now it's quite hot. It's a Spanish summer for real, but we have a natural pool, so you can always chill there after work. But yeah, fall is looking really, really nice. We are planning a lot of activities for October because, yeah, as I mentioned, we are very into horror. So October will be like a themed Halloween month. And I think we already have a lot of bookings for October as well. So yeah, we are looking up if you are into this type of experiences. And yeah, other than that, just stay curious and I don't know, follow the white rabbit to get into a rabbit hole.
Anya said it all. I think that like if you like horror, I think that October is gonna be amazing. Like we're gonna do a lot of horror games. So it's not that you're gonna get scared, but like like you're gonna do a lot of zombie stuff, and I don't know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, and I think that like during the rest of the year, it's also a lot of fun. So if you want to have fun,
I love
follow
it.
the white rabbit.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really love it. Also, I'm going to say that, well, Spanish is another language that you speak over there. I'm guessing Russian, right? And I don't know if any other language, Italian. No.
This week we try
Yeah,
without much
we have like
success.
5 words of Italian.
Okay.